Hey everybody, what's up? And Dex, Larry, Alan, Francois, Jan, Arturo, Kimberly, my lovely wife, Rungamer, glad to see you as always. If y'all get a Cybertruck, you gotta let me know. I wanna see it. Anyway, Sergio, Jaquise, Gregory, Jason, Craig, how's everybody doing? Yeah, I was reading something last night, late in the evening, watching a video from the factory down in Austin, or wherever, I guess, wherever that Cybertruck facility is down there. Um, the big gigafactory in Texas. Um, they had some Cybertrucks parked out for executive approval for going full scale manufacturing. They were, and then another thing was suggesting that maybe they put them in showrooms so that they can verify with customers what they want. Interesting. So may see them coming to showrooms. Wrongemer. They may put them in all the showrooms so we can show them off and then finalize the orders. So interesting speculative evaluation of the situation. Anyway, yeah, as you say, vaporware until it's until you see one driving around. Anyway, hey everybody. Yeah, Jason, Craig, Cliff, Dan, Alan, Merzio, Tara, Rungamer, Pat, everybody. Morning. Click the link right here if you want to chat, like all these fine folks right here chatting with me. All you got to do, be a subscriber. A few seconds later, the live chat opens up. That's the only restriction I have on it. Morning, Nikki. And yeah, do we avoid the government shutdown? That was kind of the title of today. I don't know. Congress dragging their feet. Senate last night passing a last minute measure to extend the deadline out to November. But Congress still has to approve that. Even if even if that one passes the Senate and everything, then Congress has to pass it. Then Biden has to sign it too. So I don't know. Past shutdowns and stuff have shown that we only actually don't. We actually only shut down like 10 to 25% of the government. Everything with an appropriation doesn't shut down. Yeah, the mango. Like the mango is it's kind of a turquoisey color. The button though is right there. It's a green button overlaying. The monster can is that's the mango flavor. You can kind of see if I raise it up, you probably see the orange. It says mango on the bottom there. Anyway, yeah, the soda can is there. I mean, it's like if I pass it through myself, I disappear. No, it's a turquoise color. Anyway, it's there. Yeah, it's kind of invisible. It's there. Anyway, I get drink my mango. Anyway, yeah, do we shut it down? Do we not shut it down? I don't know. I'm gonna bet that they try to play ball and at least punt. Yeah, at least try to push it down the field a little bit, and then if we do play, let's punt or let's make a deal or whatever it is that they play. History shows usually we get a pop. So that corresponds to the fact that S&P just came down to the roadmap line. So anyway, yeah, usually it's only if the military spending bill is passed, which they haven't passed any spending bills. If a military spending bill is already passed, then it doesn't get shut down. But that's it's a whole weird thing. But essential workers don't get laid off either. So and never in the history of the U.S. have we ever gone through a shutdown and then not given everybody back pay for the time they didn't come into work. So that's another thing. Like, we're just not gonna not pay people. I mean, that's this big machine called Uncle Sam. They're going to back pay everybody, even if they shut down. And then, of course, they'll be like, "Well, I didn't get my job was mandatory, and I had to come in, and I should get bonus because I had to work during the shutdown." I mean, it gets ridiculous. It really does. And I can guarantee you that Congress didn't take a pay cut. I mean, they've never not passed a pay raise. So, all ridiculous. It's all just a bunch of ridiculousness. I'm with Ram Swamy and the fact that we should just do away with all the 3-letter organizations in the U.S. government. Don't necessarily agree with all the other things he says, but that one I could get behind. That one kind of. Yeah, some of it would probably be chaos until we figured it out, but a lot of those are empires and they pass rules and laws that probably shouldn't be. Anyway, all right, let's jump over and talk about trading. So all trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance not necessarily indicative of future results. I may never get something right again. This presentation here is intended to be informational, educational, and fun. It is not a recommendation to buy or sell anything. All right, no financial instruments, no options, no futures, no stocks. I'm not recommending that you buy anything. All right. And in fact, I don't even recommend that you buy something from me. Now, if you trust me and you want to go deeper and you want to hang out with me more, I have things available that you can buy. And you can hang out with me. You can get, you can talk to me all day about charts and opportunities and things I see in the market. But if you don't trust me, you're new here, you don't know, just hang out. Be a subscriber. Click the button over there and come and see what I got to say. Now, if you desire personal financial advice, you want somebody to tell you what to do, you got to hire and consult a financial advisor has a fiduciary duty to give you advice based on your financial situation. If you don't understand those things, then don't trade with real money. Please, for the love of all that's holy, protect, nobody's going to protect your money like you do. All right. Even if you hire a financial advisor, they're not going to take care of you like you will if you learn this stuff. All right. Keep hanging out here. JT's going to do the best I can to help you. Yeah. Get rid of the IRS. Get rid of the FAA. Get rid of all the 3 letters, the CIA, the FBI, the blah, blah, blah. Let's strip it down. Anyway, it's a lot of waste. You know what? How many employees does, this isn't even a government appropriation type situation. How many people does the FOMC employ? Make your guess in the chat. I saw this yesterday. I was like, my jaw popped open. How many people does the FOMC employ? Put your guess in the chat. I'll circle back around in a second. Anyway, today we had core durable goods coming out. Let's refresh this baby. Hit this again. There we go. Core durable goods came in positive right there. Now, you guys are way under. I'll tell you right now. Way under. Those 4 guesses, way under. And roll on down here tomorrow. We've got final GDP, unemployment claims. Those should be some market movers. Then we got Powell speaking at 4 o'clock after the market closes. And then we have Powell's favorite number coming up on Friday with the core PCE right here. So the Fed, the FOMC, they employ 24,000 people. 24,000 for something that's not even a government organization. Just to manage printing money and whatever the heck they do. 24,000 people work for FOMC, work for Powell. You believe that? 24,000. What the heck did 24,000 people do to manage the FOMC? What the heck? They don't even get it right. That's nuts, right? Completely nuts. 24,000. I saw that yesterday. They were actually letting about 500 people go because of the losses that they took. So that was they were reducing from over 24,000 to just right at 24,000, maybe just slightly under. I was just like, what the beep? Anyway, we got PCE coming up on Friday. That'll be more than likely is going to be a market mover right there. That may be the biggest market mover of the week. So, yeah, gotta manage money printing. Yeah, run the printers. Yeah, they don't even print the money. That's the ridiculousness. Just crazy. Anyway, they just make the. How many people does it take to add a 0 to the end of the? Move the comma. It's ridiculous. It really is. I mean, there is so much waste. So much waste. And I mean, that's why we went from, they don't even actually print the money. The Federal Reserve doesn't print the money. That's the thing. That's the I mean, just crazy. Anyway, you know, PCE coming up on Friday, and the GDP numbers, we could see some fireworks going into the end of this week. Now, are they going to be good fireworks? Are they going to be bad fireworks? So let's talk about it a little bit. And always disconnecting. Right there, we poked a little bit below. We've gotten below the echo from from September 2021. That's what this purple line there was. We got below the echo from August, right there, the light purple, right there, that one. And we did the thing. That was the thing I said we were going to do since all the way back in June. Right? Now what do? We're going to find a bottom. Now, is that bottom here? Could be. Is that bottom going to be at 42.37? Could be. Is the bottom going to be at 41.61? Could be. All right. We could go on down here. Yeah, we could. It depends. So right now, we're seeing a little bit of green in the pre-market. We're at 43.32. We've got lots of upside resistance that we're going to have to break through to turn this baby around. We've built up lots of levels. So looking at the chart a little closer, let's skip down to ES and check it out. We did complete a sloppy head and shoulders. This could drop on down. Cautious. All right, be cautious. This could drop on down. Now, we did the gap fill. I mentioned that yesterday, that we may see this thing gap fill that gap right there. We gap filled it. Left the gap, we filled it right down to it. Beautiful. Now we're bouncing. All right. So we've got upside resistance right here. I've got an alert at 44.30. Then we have more resistance right up here where we did this little consolidation thing. You've got the top right there. You can kind of see if we draw a line off of it. We were the bottom here, the top here, the bottom here. You know, this kind of bounced slightly, came up, resistance, broke through, support, stopped there. One day, wasn't really huge support there because we were heading on down. So that'll be a resistance point on the way back up, right around 44.65. We get back above that, things are looking pretty good. Then we have to break back above here, and we have the larger 618 fib that we're going to have to break through. It's going to come in right there. 45.09 on ES. Why ES? Because ES doesn't gap. If we look at the S&P 500 chart, you can see we get these gaps and it makes it gnarly, and we got lots of stuff to try to work through here. And I'm just going to clear it all off at this point because it doesn't matter at this point. All these things I said before are all void now because we've got this move. And that little consolidation right back there in June, that's right where we are now. So we've gone nowhere since June 2nd. So pretty much the entirety from June till now, we've done nothing in the market. We took a trip up and came right back down. And if you had gone to sleep on June 1st and you woke up now, it's a slightly up day. So, got to be careful. All right. Got to be careful. Now, can we get a pop out of here? Sure. Looks beautiful. We're going to find resistance right up here. Yep. More than likely. So we've got some upside stuff to deal with before we can resume our uptrend. And otherwise, everything looks pretty good. I mean, there we go. Off to the races. 9:30. Can we get an up day? A nice 150 point up day would go a long way to turning the tides here. The biggest level right here for the S&P 500 directly, right there, 44.26. We get above that, and things are kind of turning to the more positive side. So I'm going to put an alert right there myself. In S5FI, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 days all the way down there. Today, probably make number 5 unless we get a big rally. We don't usually hang out there longer than about 2 weeks. So the last one, 1, 2, we spent 2 days down, popped up. 3, 4, popped up. 5, popped up. 6, 7, 8, and then we were off. So that was the last one. This one got a little more severe, but still, we popped up right here, back down again, and popped up one more little bitty thing, and then launched off. Now, March didn't bring us down here, or May. I mean, March was right. March, it was right here. Yeah. December, oh, that was the one I was thinking of. December didn't take us down here. So we corrected in December. Got to get my corrections right. See this December pullback right here? That didn't take us below S5FI. This one in March did. This one in May didn't really do anything. We just kind of drifted sideways and came down on S5FI. Not really huge. Came down into June, and then we launched off and went out above 80. So at some point, we're probably going to go back above 80. Probably going to happen. All right. And I'm going to remove some of the arrows just because this thing's slowing down a little bit on me. There you go. That's the one to watch. We get back above there, we can ramp right back up to 80. When we get to 80, watch out for a pullback. I mean, it can be that simple. All right. You buy when we're below 20, you sell when we're above 80. And there's NQ. Came up a little shy. Didn't participate to the level that ES did yesterday. That's okay. We can still bottom right there and turn higher in the market. Now, this does warn me, though, that we may see a little more flush out. You know, Microsoft was the one I was trying to watch for hitting the roadmap line. We got fully in there. Went right on the money. This can be the bottom. When we started this correction, I thought Apple and Microsoft both needed to come back to the roadmap line. And at this point, they've both done that. We're kind of good at this point. That's the two big dog market leaders right there. Russell, right down in the target zone. We haven't fully completed the head and shoulders pattern. We may not fully complete it. We got to the target zone. We can turn around and bounce here. A move back above, let's say, 1805 is probably turning the tides for going higher again. And that could be a big measured bounce. I know some other people are quite bearish on Russell and expect it to go significantly deeper. That is entirely possible. We could see a move down into the 1600s. Still out there and possible. But I'm going to watch for a reversal. All right, one of those can set up. We are at a support level. And look right here. Came down, touched that box again, where we consolidated in March and in April and in May and in June. And we've gone sideways in Russell. Oil, getting a nice pop on Russia, having problems with their export terminal. Cushing stocks, that's the storage stock in Cushing, Oklahoma, are near empty. They're at almost emergency levels. Oil may go ripping out of here. Be careful. All right, there's some, I don't usually necessarily fully believe in the fundamental data, but a fundamental shortage, you know, like in COVID, we had a fundamental oversupply and we went negative on oil. Fundamental shortage in oil can create a crazy pop. So be cautious. Don't short it too much. Don't think that we have to go higher. Neither of those has to come true. All right. This is a major resistance zone, and we may see it reverse off of that once we fully pound into there. GC dropping out. Looks like we're going to come down here to 1800 again. Just the way it is. Bitcoin getting a nice candle so far. If we can break those highs from last week, well, 10 days ago now, we break those highs, it's game on for going higher. Ether showing a little strength, but still just in that consolidation zone. Not awesome. Now, the one that did fire off an alert today, Bitcoin Cash, initial breakout alert. Get some confirmation when we get above this 260 level. This could be setting this thing up for a visit on up here around 400, possibly 500. Pretty sweet right there setup. It's a roadmap line bounce. I mean, just like every other roadmap line bounce, we get above here. Pretty much sets it up to go up to like 399, possibly 500. That's Bitcoin Cash, available at a crypto broker near you. All right, dollar continuing its march up to the 108 area. Beautiful. MSTR getting a little reversal. Like I said, all these crypto miners and holders, they're going to go the way Bitcoin goes. So there's MSTR looking like we might hold that resistance and blast off if Bitcoin gets some move. MLKN, nice big pop on earnings. Beating on the top, beating on the bottom. And potential breakout here. That is resistance. If we can get above that, that one can turn the tides and start going on higher. Right there, though, that is the 272 on one big pop. That may need a retrace back to test this 20 area before it can get continuation. Mara trying to reverse. I threw this on here because Bitcoin was looking pretty sweet. Threw Riot on here, looking a little stronger than Mara at this moment in time. BTBT also looking pretty strong on a reversal. If we can get above these 240, 250 highs, game on. All right, Mara didn't really consolidate anywhere down here. The level is up here around 14 for continuation higher. We're talking about big continuation higher, like bigger targets. So same on Riot. Talking about bigger targets way up here. PXD, yeah, nice bounce off the roadmap line. Did the head and shoulders, pretty much almost right on the money. Came up just a tad shy. Could it go a little deeper? It could. 250, 258 on the upside. Confirmation, the conservative entry above let's call it 238. RMD looks like a piece of garbage going into the toilet. That's a medical specialty pharmaceutical thing. Be careful. BHVN, another pharmaceutical. Be careful. If it did the pattern, pharmaceuticals, I say be careful because there's like 4 things that don't follow the patterns. China stuff, low price stuff, pharma, biotech, pharma, whatever. Anything with FDA approvals, denials. And then the 4th thing, leverage stuff. So those 4 things don't typically follow my patterns. So dollar, the 1272 extension at 28, and then 1618 up there at 32. That would be where I expect resistance, and then we could climb the fib ladder on up higher. NYC, probably going to come up and retest the roadmap line. Looks like nice pop, but that's still a very, very bearish chart, and it's below 10, so be careful. Stuff below 10 can break the patterns. EDU, and just churning. Needs a bigger retrace so it can get a bigger move. LOGI, Loggy. Yeah, I got a new mouse, a new vertical mouse, and it was like the drivers on Windows popped up and said, configure your Loggy device. I was like, what the heck is Loggy? I mean, it still says Logitech on it. No, I don't know. Whatever. They're trying to rebrand a Loggy, I guess. Looks like a potential market roadmap bounce right there. We probably need just a little bit lower. Then we could see upside at 76 and 79. ELF bouncing off the roadmap line. Beautiful. That was an echo trade, and it went a little deeper than I wanted to see, but it still held the roadmap line and still good for potentially launching out of here, especially if we see some positive movement in the stock market. FNGU, trying to hold the roadmap line. That head and shoulder is pretty much busted. And which means these targets are invalid. And yeah. So we reverse out of there. Upside targets at this point need to be adjusted to that low. Still pretty much the same, 250 and 280. Got to reverse though. VLO. Looks like we may come down to the roadmap line. That's the kind of the support point right there. We get below that, we may be coming back down to at least test this consolidation here. Coin, another one sympathetic to Bitcoin going up. Can we reverse here? Good question. Got a little bit below the roadmap line. 618 still lower down. Not entirely sure yet. We break out above 88. It's game on for these higher targets though. I am still long coin. XOP, despite the little pop, looks like it wants to come down to the roadmap line. COP, despite the little pop, looks like it may want to retrace to the roadmap line. COST, getting slammed on earnings, but taking it right back. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Can this go higher? Not sure. We got this triple top reversal situation going on here. If we can break out above that stuff, positive. If we don't, could be hugely negative. NEP, ouch. Ouch, ouch. Lower low. Be careful when they're hanging out under the roadmap line. They can just do something like that. You may thought you had the bottom, and then you're like, I'm getting long, and then ouch, oh my gosh, I just lost even more money. Be careful. CIVI. Yeah, right after the 1618, probably gonna complete at least an echo of one of these prior pullbacks and take us back down in this roadmap line zone. That's what it looks like to me. SLNO. This is the last one. Nice big fat pop. Look at that. Beautiful pop on that one. And retracing a little bit off the top. So it made the biggest losers list, even though it's a crazy pop. And that is a pharma biotech related thing. So be careful. All right, bias for the day. Bias, bias, bias. Kind of expecting a bounce here a little bit. It's been a lot of red days. Right down to support. Could push a little lower. It's entirely possible. Could see a little bit lower. Could go fully retest the bottom of that consolidation there. This is one of those be careful days. We haven't confirmed the bottom. We haven't, and we could still go lower. So times are uncertain at the moment, all right? We're getting a little bit of curl up on the S&P, but it's not breaking upside resistance yet. That leaves us with the direction down for further targets down until such time as we start breaking upside. All right, we'll break upside resistance. Then we can start talking about where we're going. Right now, we're not there yet. We haven't made a bottom. Right? If you are a longer term investor, yeah, time to start thinking about collecting some positions. All right. Could we go down further? We could. Am I super bearish? No, not really. I'm still pretty much bullish, thinking we're going to go higher. And in fact, we zoom it out. Zoom out, zoom out. You can see my target up here, like 5,000. All right. Keep in mind your time frame. You know, that's probably out next year sometime, maybe 2025. Right now, we're in a correction. We could have lower to go. Haven't found the bottom yet necessarily. I do kind of expect a little bit of positive move today. If we can start breaking some upside resistance, we're going to get a lot more upside. That right there is going to be a resistance, and that's support, and then this is support. All right, I'll be back with you tomorrow. We'll talk about what's crapping in the market as we get there. If they pass a debt deal or kick the ball or punt or whatever, watch out for a big rally. All right. The market loves certainty. It does not love uncertainty. Usually when there's a big uncertain event hanging out there, we get a pullback. That's what we're seeing. All right. Powell kind of firmed up with certainty his thing, and all eyes kind of went to Congress shutting down the government. That's uncertain. That's when we kind of dropped. That wasn't the mainstream media narrative, but that's kind of what's going on. All right. So hit the like button and share. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell with the notifications. And I'll see you again tomorrow. I'll be in Discord if you want to talk to me. That's where I'm hanging out all day. And bye for now. Links in the description if you want to be able to join something and get in Discord.